So it's a moment of joy for me to be able to be here with members of the Jewish community and non-Jews who are members of our network of spiritual progressives who recognize the importance of standing in solidarity with the African American community at this moment and recognize that it's critical for us to let you know that we care, that we feel that you are our brothers and our sisters, that you are all our brothers and our sisters, that all of you are our brothers and our sisters, that we really care about you, that we are outraged that young black men are systematically harassed by police forces in this country, that we are outraged at that we are outraged at the violence that sometimes comes down on you. We are outraged at it. We want you to know that we are with you, that we ourselves have 2,000 years of oppression, and we face that oppression, and we face that harassment, largely in Christian Europe. We face that harassment, and so we know where you're coming from. We know what that historical experience is, and many of us now are safe in this country, and one of the reasons why we're safe in America is because by the time we got here, most Jews arriving most of our grandfathers or grandparents and great-grandparents arriving in the 1880s and afterwards, this country already, we were the demeaned other of Europe, but this country already had a demeaned other, you. And because it had its demeaned other of African Americans, Jews managed to be safe here. And we understand that in other countries where there wasn't a demeaned other, we were the demeaned other. So we feel a tremendous solidarity with you, a tremendous sense of understanding. And though, there are many Jews who want to forget that and want to fit in and try to be as white as possible, we don't think of ourselves as white. Many of us don't think of ourselves as white. We want to let you know that we stand in deep solidarity, in deep caring for your well-being. And we cannot let your suffering not be our suffering. It is the same. It is the same. It's the same. I want you to know it's not just Jews, but there are many, many other non-African Americans in this country who are outraged at what has happened. Outraged at it, and there's a little element of joy that this week, this all surfaced with that outrageous murderer being acquitted. With that murderer being acquitted, what was the day-to-day reality of African Americans in this society was suddenly brought out of the closet for the rest of the society. So there's an element in which I feel a little bit of joy this week that the reality of what you've been living is suddenly being, for a moment anyway, pushed into the face of the rest of America. But it's also a moment of sadness, of mourning for both for Trayvon Martin and for the so many people in the African American community who've suffered violence, who've suffered discrimination, who've suffered hatred. And we're not forgetting that, and so we stand in mourning as well. And I here want to say that I want to bless you. I want to bless the young men. I want to bless the entire African American community and invoke God's blessing on you. Okay? May God bless and keep you. May God lift its face to you and shine upon you. And may she, him, it, however you want to put the right pronouns here, okay, however you understand God, and we think, Jesus was Jewish, but was Jewish white? Well, at the time, it might not have been so white. We came out of Egypt. We came out of Egypt. So Jesus was one of us Jews, and us Jews weren't white. Okay, but we want to ask God to give this community the peace, the fullness, the shalom, the fullness, that was the Hebrew word shalem, to be full and complete. the peace and fullness, the security, to be able to live a life in which the loving element of who you are is able to flourish without fear. And may God bless you all with God's peace. Amen.
Amen. Let's give some praise on high. Thank you, Rabbi Lerner. We ought to all stand and sing. Deep in my heart. We have some who have been seriously violated by gun violence. Right here, we had a young lady here who's part of this great choir who walks in grief because her husband's life was taken. I'd like for all of those who have been victimized by violence to just stand on your feet with me for just a moment. Amen. My. I want you to know that we're in prayer for you. And want you to know that just as we take very seriously the movement to get the Justice Department involved and the movement to strike down the stand your ground laws, that we're also going to be involved as we have been in the movement to get gun control. And we're going to be continually committed and involved and engaged in fighting to bring about, through nonviolent means, ceasefire in this community. We are working with the ceasefire program and everything we can do. We invite Allen Temple members and the community to join with the other churches in this community and the other community groups in this community, with the NAACP, so that we can bring an end to this. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. God is on our side today. Let's stand and sing that verse. We are not afraid. We